Right now at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda. Choose any new Mazda and get low 0.9% financing. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months on select new Mazdas. Move and be moved in your new Mazda with tremendous savings from Team Mazda on Airline.
Good morning. Coming up on 7:03 on the first day of spring.
It sprung.
Yes, it has.
It sprung.
Spring has sprung.
You're a very fitting resembling outfit. Look at that, Tico.
Thank you. I didn't think about that when I put it on.
You look beautiful.
I don't think a lot of people want to think about, well, because, allergies are a bear, man. How many cars out there are covered in pollen right now?
Absolutely.
Raise your hand, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can write "wash me" like in the green.
Yeah.
Is it a green, kind of like a green color?
The yellowy green.
Yeah.
Just a sneeze fest every time you walk by your own car. I got trees in my yard just. Well, I was going to say some words, pooping all over the place. Right, you're just crunching the stuff as you walk by, and that turns it into more of a whatever.
It's on your shoes. It's everywhere. Sitting on your clothes.
Yeah, I actually looked at it yesterday on my car. I'm like, if this is on my car, imagine what you're inhaling.
What you're breathing in. Yeah, absolutely. And
Yikes.
the nose does a good job as working as a filter, but if you're like me and you're a mouth breather, that's just going right in and sneezing right out.
Horrible.
How you doing, Liz?
Surviving. Aren't we all in South Louisiana? We were talking about that dust storm that kind of moved across Texas to here that added that additional pressure of pollen.
Yeah.
So we've all got ways to adapt and cope here, but if a lot of people are sneezing and sniffling around the office today, which 80 million people across America are, just know that it might be because of seasonal allergies kicking off.
You know what helps? A donut.
Always.
Good donut.
If you can enjoy it.
Take your mind off of it. Yeah. What was the Krispy Kreme we talked about? How they're
Choco-mania, kicking off its partnership with Hershey's.
I was hoping we could show that again. That picture was just like every donut. You named every donut. I was like, that sounds amazing.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Like you could, whatever. You're like all of them.
So
which one? There it is.
Okay, there it is. Thank you so much, Bobby, for that. So if you go to Krispy Kreme, these should be available.
This is going to be a return soon. I don't know if it's going to be available now, but it will be soon.
Because I'm lining up for it.
Which one? The butter cream or the chocolate salted caramel cheesecake or the chocolate chip cookie?
The cookie dough?
I'm not a chocolate donut lover.
What? This is brand new information.
Tico, I love you, but that's blasphemy.
That's blasphemy. She disappears behind the Really? No chocolate?
Are you a purist or what's the reasoning?
I just like glazed.
I
don't like field donuts, pineapple,
little Boston cream pie?
apple.
No, you don't like that?
No.
The traditional glaze? Okay.
Sprinkles?
No.
Glaze? Strawberry glaze?
She's straight glaze.
Wow.
Straight glaze.
You're a Mary Lee girl. Mary Lee girl through and through.
And so you know that we just looked into it, our producer, it started yesterday.
Jared.
I'm ready.
My man's going to jump out of here right now.
My man over here, I'm going to drive by. I see that neon light that says they're hot. Because if the neon light's not on, you could pass it by.
Yeah.
I've seen the neon light. I've pumped my brakes, maybe even pulled like an illegal Huey. Matt, but you've got a really good story about your first experience.
Yeah, and so I was just telling you that, and I know Liz has already heard this story 17 times.
Just wait.
So this is 2001. A friend of mine are jumping off the set. We're working in an NBC affiliate in Farmington, New Mexico. We jump off the set, 10 o'clock news, and we are driving to the World Series from Farmington, New Mexico, down to Phoenix, Arizona. Yankees and the Diamondbacks playing. Friend of his got tickets for us. Anyway, drive all night. We get into town. We meet up with him, friend, and he's like, all right, let's go get some donuts. I'm like, okay, whatever, donuts. I'm a Dunkin' kid growing up. He's like, yeah, Krispy Kreme. I'm like, what? And so it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. First of all, 6 o'clock in the morning, Phoenix in November, it was 90 dang degrees. What? And so we go get these hot donuts, and I'm like, okay, there's 3 of us in the car. We're going to take some back to the family. We get like 2 dozen of these. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Who's going to eat 2 dozen donuts? I ate 6 before we got back home. Wow. I put the first one in there, it melted. Like it was just, it was like cotton candy. It just dissolves. I'm like, what is this? Where's this been all my life?
Fun time in your mouth.
Oh God, that's exactly what it was. So I had the overnight jitters, and then I had the sugar jitters, and we're crashing hard, and then we got to go to a World Series game. First world problems, I know, but that was my first.
You must. Yeah, I was gonna say you must have crashed hard at that baseball game. You were probably like snoozing over there.
Well, the Yankees ended up losing that thing.
My man ate a half a dozen.
Before we got back to his place.
Oh no.
And he's like, you gonna be okay?
You gonna be all right? Easy. Pace yourself. Slow.
I'm that person. I could eat like a half dozen of glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme.
There you go.
But I'm not the milk lover. I have to eat my donuts with a Coke.
Okay.
Really?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Sugar on top of sugar.
Yeah, it really
But
is,
it's
isn't
so
it?
good.
I'm gonna.
So good.
That sounds like
gonna
a
fight
good
that.
breakfast at Falls River.
Let's go do. Okay, so let's do that. We got a gorgeous shot out there. What you will notice is some waves on the Falls River. Jared, how we doing?
Beautiful.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of a breeze
Yeah.
out there, and that's the reason why we're going to have a red flag warning for today. You may want to refrain from doing outdoor burning. All right, let's get a look at that shot that Matt and Liz were just mentioning. It's a really, really nice one, by the way. And oh, by the way, it's going to be a cool day. It's the first day of spring, but guys, today's not going to feel like it. Tonight, the first night of spring, is definitely not going to feel like it. We're going to talk about that in a second. Out your door, though, you may want to grab, I would say, maybe the light jacket. We did it. We got into the 40s. All right, I'm feeling pretty good this morning. Yeah. All right. Feels like 44, a little pat on the back. Winds are a little bit gusty out there, and they're going to stay a little bit breezy from time to time throughout the day. Technically speaking, welcome to spring. The good grief, the vernal equinox happened at 4:01 this morning, but again, it will not feel like it for today. Red flags are up across the entire area. No, we really don't get these very often. In Texas, they get them all the time, but here, dry, breezy, put together, as we know, it is definitely not a good combination. Going to be a beautiful day, don't get me wrong, but the winds will be howling out there. We'll be gusting up around 30. Matter of fact, we already have hit 30 earlier this morning. 30 miles per hour is what we're talking about. And there was the showers with that front. I would say it was enough to maybe wet the ground, really nothing more, nothing less. And now we've got brilliant sunshine out there. It's going to be a beautiful blue sky day today, tomorrow, and we can definitely see that in the dew points. I mean, wow. Dew points today and tomorrow down to the 20s, and that's a big part of the reason why we got that red flag warning for today. That super dry air that we have out there. What about the forecast highs for today? Not so high. They're only going to be in the low to mid 60s. And as I mentioned, I blew right by it. I want to actually go back to this. I want to show you the forecast lows for tonight into tomorrow morning. Watch this. We're expected to get down to the upper 30s over here, mid 30s in the northern part of the viewing area. Yeah, not very spring-like. Meanwhile, we're tracking this next cold front number 2, as it were. We had number 1 yesterday. Really didn't do too much rain-wise. This one's going to give us a better chance for showers and thunderstorms. Looks like it's going to be Sunday night into Monday morning, and then it'll clear on out of here. Kind of good news, bad news. The good news is I think most of the weekend's going to be good. The bad news is Sunday night into Monday morning could be a slight risk of severe weather. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Okay, today a high of 65, sunny, cool, breezy, and then downright cold for tonight as low temperatures bottom out to the 30s. So again, remember, tomorrow morning, that's where we're going to start. We're going to start things out in the 30s. Saturday looks like a beautiful day. Get out there and enjoy. Even Sunday, that 40% that I have, it's really not till the tail end of the day. And let me wrap this up. I'm getting wrapped over here. Sunday night into Monday morning, the showers get out of here, and really the rest of the 10-day is looking significantly better. It is now 7:10. Tico, how are the roads?
Well, traffic's starting to look much better as you make your way out of Livingston Parish. Earlier, we saw traffic backing up around Range. Right now, it's moving moderately past Range. Here's a live look at 4-H Club Road. No heavy backups here, and it remains that way on out past Millerville. Here's a live look near Drusilla Lane, east and westbound right here. Looking pretty good once you get past the 10-12 split. College Drive moving nicely. Moderate volume, though, as you move west on 10 towards the downtown area. But once again, no major backups, and we're not seeing any major incidents to report right now. From Juban to the 10-12 split, you're looking at about a 26-minute drive. We'll be right back.
7:12 your time. Real quick, folks, before you get going, the search for a killer, a shooting in Baton Rouge that happened just yesterday that had a hospital, Our Lady of the Lake, on lockdown.
Yeah, we're told that an employee was shot and killed right outside of the hospital, a parking lot near the Walgreens there along Essen. Police say this was a domestic targeted incident, but they are looking for that shooter. If you have any information that can help them out, they are asking you to call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
You know where the Village of Tangipahoa is?
Yeah.
So run up I-55 past like Lutcher, Fluker, that kind of thing. There is a murder investigation going on there as well as actually a double murder and somebody else in the hospital.
We're told that the three were standing outside of a mobile home there along Center Street where this shooting happened. Authorities here, they are also looking for more information that'll help put the pieces together. If you have that information, they're asking you to call that 1-800-TANGI Crime Stoppers line. You see it there on your screen.
You know, the impetus behind St. George from the very beginning was to try and create a separate school district, and then they went the route of creating their own city. Well, today, conversations about that new school district could take another turn.
Well, we've got Senator Rick Eggmans expecting to file some legislation in the upcoming session to make that happen. He's having a press conference today at 2 o'clock at City Hall, St. George City Hall, to talk about how this is expected to unveil here. We'll be there at 2 o'clock and let you know what comes out of it.
Ever been to the Vietnam War Memorial in D.C.? It's a long trip, right? How about the wall comes to you, the wall that heals?
It's coming to the city of Central, already set up and ready for you to honor the folks who made the ultimate sacrifice there. It's going to be open 24 hours a day for the next 3 days. A great opportunity to take that in and to reflect a great replica. Folks from the Vietnam War Memorials Fund taking their part in doing that. A great opportunity coming back to South Louisiana.
Yeah, Matt Venezia was out there this morning live, kind of getting us a look at it, and actually he's back in studio with us now. What a moment! You ever been to the? I know you don't have a mic on. You can talk into that nipple. Have you ever been to the big wall? Have you ever been to the big wall in D.C.?
Yeah, I have actually. Growing up about 45 minutes outside D.C.
It's impressive.
Made a couple trips there, and they do a pretty good job actually. Really kind of making it. It's the three-quarters of the actual size of it, so they do a pretty good job. And going on the play on words, Liz, I didn't make the ultimate act of service, the sacrifice of being in the Vietnam War, but it was a sacrifice, being out there in the cold today. I mean, it was blowing.
Yeah, you had the jacket and the gloves. Yeah, it is going to be windy throughout the day. You'll need it.
That's it. Stay with us. We've got another newscast coming up in just a bit.
With tax returns coming in, the Team Automotive Group can help you maximize your refund's value. Choose from a huge selection of quality certified and pre-owned vehicles with over 90 priced under $20,000. Stop by and save at any Team location or log on anytime to teamautouse.com.